Hey guys, I am back again. I know, I've been going live like crazy, and I'm here like, give it a break, Stephanie. But no, I can't because today I have a incredible guest, you guys. I am so stinking excited to talk to our Fritz, and I'm hoping that it works out. Oh, Jean, you're here! Oh, this is perfect. Okay, Jean, I'm going to request you and then let's see how it works from there because it should show that you can request me. But I'm just gonna go ahead and request you if it'll work. This is so exciting. Our Fritz from the Black Dagger Brotherhood is here, and this is his first Instagram live. I'm so excited. Okay, for Jean, for some reason it won't let me add you. I'm so sorry. Is there a way when you joined it should show, it should give you the invite to say and to join the live? Did it give that to you? Okay, good. Thank you guys so much for being here. Happy Friday. For some reason I can't, Jean, I cannot add you for some reason, and normally I'm able to do that. So hopefully you can request me and we can go from there. But happy Friday, you guys, and I'm not stopping with the lives because there are definitely more to come. Ooh, let's figure it out. Oh wait, no, I figured it out. If it works. Um, oh, it's working. At least I think it
Yeah.
is. Oh no. Are you there, Jean?
Yes.
Okay,
You see me?
great. I cannot see you. It's just a blurry screen. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well,
But you can hear me, right?
I can hear you, yes, but it's it's almost like there's something in front of your camera. Yes, I see your napkins. Okay, so does it give you the option to turn
Oh,
the screen?
I'm okay. Hang on a second.
Okay. I love this so much. We're just waiting 1 second so he can turn the screen around. It should. I hope it works. So there is an option. There should be two arrows
Yeah.
that you can click on that'll flip the camera.
Yeah.
Mm.
Boom.
Yes. Now we see. Oh my goodness.
You know,
This is perfect. This is a perfect way to
fix
start a live.
exactly. Okay, so here we are.
Here we are. Fritz is here with a beard. You've grown back your beard.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah. So yes. So Gene Paulsson. This is me. Fritz's character, who Tosca said has to shave. Can't have a beard. So I did, and it was fine. And
Yeah.
after suffering through cuts and things, and having makeup have to actually fix it up a couple of times.
Oh no.
Oh
How
yeah,
did
I mean, you were talking with Indigo the other day, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and so she didn't mention it, but I was in a hurry one day and shaving before I left, before I left from home to go to set,
Yeah.
and I sliced my lip really bad.
Oh
And I mean,
no.
it was literally gushing.
Oh
Oh yeah, it would have been great for one of the scenes,
no. Yeah.
in the fight scenes, But but so I went, so I put I stuck a bandage actually on top of it and
Yeah.
drove there, as quick as I could, and got there, and Indigo helped, and Robin, our medic. Hi, Robin, if you're watching, you're absolutely wonderful.
Hi, Robin.
Somehow did magic, and it never showed.
Oh, good. Oh my gosh. What did you think
So,
though? What was your first thought when they were like, you gotta shave, you gotta shave the beard?
oh no. I actually pushed back a little bit, and Tosca said, "No, this is it." And my agent said, "You need to do it." So I
uh,
did. I mean, I was fine with it because
yeah.
it's the character. And when I read the book, I could not see Fritz with the beard. But then, I had to tell my daughter who was getting married. We started filming in October, and she was getting married middle of November.
Oh my
She hadn't seen me without a beard since she was 9,
God. Aw.
and she has a twin brother, and I took them in to the bathroom to watch me shave, right, and she
Yeah.
cried, and and said, "Oh no!" I mean, she bawled, and she because she didn't recognize me, right.
Yeah.
So when I told her, she went, "Oh no!" So then when she saw the first episode, she said, "Oh, yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yes.
Fritz cannot, absolutely, Fritz cannot have a beard."
No, because even though Fritz is not technically a vampire, he's a doggin, but you can't have hair. You can't have facial hair on your
Right.
face. So
No. Well, I mean,
sorry to Jean.
V has a little goatee, right?
Yes.
But he's
You're
special, right?
yes. So take us back to how did the audition come to you? How did you find out about this part?
I got submitted by my agency, J Purvis Talent, here
Okay.
in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and so they sent my profile and headshot to Tosca, I guess Tosca, who was casting, and I got an audition notice, and I started looking at it, and I went, hmm. And so you may have heard this story, but I'm going to tell it again because I
Yeah.
was sitting downstairs with my wife.
Yeah.
She was watching TV, and I was kind of looking at my lines and trying not to, trying to be somewhat focused. And she
Yeah.
said, "So what's this about?" And I said, "Well, it's this old guy who's a butler to a vampire." And she says, "Oh, are you Fritz in the Black Dagger Brotherhood?" And I said, "Yes. How do you know?" She said, "Well, I have all the books."
I love that. That is my favorite story because I love all the connections that everybody has to it in some way. And this connection is everything. I love that she loved it. And she was like, so she was able to show you what her collection and here's the first book because you need to read it.
Right, right. Yep, yep, absolutely. So we went into the other room down in the basement, and she said, "So here's the first book." I went, "Oh, well, great."
Well,
So then
thank you.
she starts telling me about the character because I mean auditions tomorrow,
Yeah.
the next day,
Yeah.
and I'm still learning lines. And so
Yeah.
she gives me background on Fritz and what he's like, and how he lives to serve, and how he's just always so pleased to serve. And
Yes.
so I went into the audition having learned the lines, which then ended up being, my first scene, my scene with Beth in the
Oh, in
car.
in the car. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that was the scene. And so I was grounded. I had an idea of who the character is, what he's supposed to be like, how he's supposed to be, and it worked, obviously, because
It
here we
absolutely
are.
worked. It absolutely worked because you truly are. I know you've been told this, but you truly are the heart of the show. And I know that a couple of the guys told you that on your last day of filming after listening to the podcast that you truly are the heart of the show because you have all of these rough and tough vampires. You got so much going on and then you have Fritz just coming in like crepes anyone? Peaches anyone? Like you just have this guy. It's so
Yeah, would you
sweet.
take
He's
him
so
outside,
calm.
please, so he doesn't get blood on the carpet? Yeah. Hmm.
Yes. Take the healing
Yeah. So
outside,
yeah,
please.
yeah. Andrew and Sia and Zach actually as well. I was saying goodbye to everybody because that was my last day of shooting, and
Yeah.
they just were. I said, they're gonna love you. They're gonna love you. You're gonna be the most famous character, the favorite character. And I said, well, no, 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 no. I'm just just the
Yeah.
servant kind of guy. And they went, no, no, no. They're gonna love you. So it seems to have worked out somewhat.
Yes, because we love you. We love you as Fritz. Nobody else could have done it. And again,
Oh,
I just, the way that you hold your own in these scenes, especially because you work with Robert a lot as Wrath. Robert is Wrath. And he's always like, "Rrr, rrr," and you're just like, dinner? Like, can I get you anything? I love, what was it like working with Robert? Because he was a great scene partner for you. You worked a lot of scenes with him. What was it like
yes.
working with Robert?
Well, he was in character the whole time.
Wow.
He was on set. He was in character. Like, don't talk to me. I mean, didn't actually say that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he was in his space.
Mm,
He was in the moment. But on set, it was terrific
yeah,
because it was him. It was
yeah,
Wrath. It was
yeah.
it was nobody but Wrath. And the other were a couple of times where something's happened and we all broke up, including him, which I mentioned in the podcast that I did I was shown last week, I guess, and which was funny, but it was great. It was great, and I have to say, he was my first day on set. I drove up in my pickup truck, which I drive, and got to set, and I get out and I'm looking around. I'm going, okay, where do I go? And just at that moment, Robert gets out of his car somewhere and he comes over and he says, "Oh, you're playing Fritz.
Oh,
Nice to meet you. Welcome."
what a welcome wagon that is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Actually, the first guy I met when I got to set. So that was sort of interesting as well.
That one of the scenes that's really, really heartfelt is the moment where Fritz has to tell Wrath that Darius is gone.
Yeah.
And that scene is fantastic. And then after, because of it, Wrath just lets out this
Yes.
scream. And like I watching it, everything is shaking. But what was it like? Because I'm assuming you're there for that. What was that
Yes.
like experiencing that scream come out of him?
It was great. It was great. Everybody's just going, "Oh, wow!" And of course, all the FX guys are doing the thing with it, shaking the walls and making that all happen. And we're watching it, from the other end of the hallway
Yeah.
because we're all there.
They're
It
actually
was just
making the walls shake. They're actually doing all of those things. That didn't
yes.
come in late. Wow.
Oh no, that was real. That was all those effects. That was happening. That was actually happening when he was screaming. Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. I thought that was like later on in editing.
No, no, they had it all set up. They had it all set up. So things were rattling, and things on the table were moving around, and the walls were shaking, and the door was shaking, and all, and it was all timing right.
Oh
So
my
it was
gosh.
really exciting to watch that
Yeah.
happening. Meanwhile,
That's
he's at the top of his lungs screaming.
screaming. Wow. To be on set that day, I can't even imagine. So the best thing about Instagram Lives is that so many people get to join on, and you've got some messages on here. I'm trying to go through all of them. The fandom adores you. We love Fritz. So you have so many fans out there who just adore you and your character. And I just wanted to make sure I'm reading all of these for you.
Okay, sure.
And if anybody has any questions too while we're talking, go ahead and submit them as well. That is so cool and interesting. I did not realize that, and that must have been so cool to see on screen. My other favorite scene though, and you talked about it on the podcast, but I want to talk about the funnier part of it because you have delivered a letter to Wrath. And Wrath is trying to read it, and he can't because he's blind. And so he
Right.
calls in Fritz to read it, and he's like, "Read this." And you're reading it. And he's like, out loud. Oh, oh.
Sorry. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, that was.
I that
I
was one of my
mean,
favorite scenes.
oh, thank you. I mean, it was fun. Um, and then reading it was not,
Right. Right.
because then all of a sudden I'm remembering all these life events, my personal life events that
Yeah.
happened that would made it so much made that scene come to life. I think
Absolutely. And
for the
relatable.
character. Yeah,
And very, very
yeah,
relatable. And it was very much felt, especially at the ending couple of lines. That was yeah.
yeah. Tosca talked about how they wanted me to speed it up a little bit, and then and then she said, well, and then it actually worked
Yeah.
with the hesitations and all, and then they went, oh, well, that wasn't what we saw in our vision, but we're going to use this. So
Oh,
okay, good.
oh my gosh. So Indigo is here and she says, "Love you, Jean. Miss you so much."
Oh, love you back.
Aw, Indigo, we love
Thanks for
you.
fixing my lip.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh. So another scene, and I was going to bring up, somebody just brought it up, we camp. What I loved, you have this beautiful wedding, this ceremony that's going on, and there's so much happening. It's so beautiful. And all I could focus on is Fritz in the corner crying. It's so, what was that scene like filming?
Oh, well, the set was great.
Yeah.
I mean, we all felt like we were in there was some echo. I mean, it was dark. It was a rainy day, actually.
Perfect setting.
Outdoors, it was a rainy day,
Yeah.
so we were there. We were ready, and just to see that, and then Olivia walks in, Beth with that incredible gown,
Yes. Yes.
and yeah, it was. I had no problem tearing up.
I'm sure. I'm sure I was crying watching it, so I can't even imagine just being a fly on the wall there while all that was happening. But that was another very standout moment of the heart of the show.
And when I get to put you can't actually see me doing it, but I get to pour the water into the bowl and put
Yes.
the bowl on the little table on
Yeah.
the little podium thing, um, for them to pour on his cuts.
His cuts. I was wondering
And
because there was that scene in the kitchen where you're mixing up the solution and Beth comes into the kitchen because there's so much going on
right,
and she has no clue, but you were mixing
right.
that solution and I was like, I wonder what that's for. That's why.
Then you found out.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, the brothers doing their chant.
Yeah.
I have all hair just standing up on my arms right now,
Oh my gosh.
remembering it.
That because you read something in a book and because I'm a visual person, so it's like when I'm reading, I can see it, I can feel it, I can see it all playing out. But watching that scene with them, their chant, and then of course Zeta singing, like that was so beautiful. That coming to life was probably one of the most standout moments of the season.
Our jaws literally dropped
Uh,
when he started. And we heard it many times, right?
yeah.
Because, not many times, because he said, I can't do this many times because my throat's going to go. But him actually, I mean, like I said, I felt
Yeah.
I've got chills.
Oh my goodness. Whew. So for you, what was a typical day on the set like for you? When you would come in, I'm sure sit in the makeup chair and what was your day like on
Well,
set?
come in, go to my trailer, and Albert, the first AD would come and well, second AD actually, because Carlos was first AD, who
Mm.
also was the producer, but Albert was second AD, but he was in charge of getting everybody where they were supposed to be and making sure they
Yeah.
were there when they were supposed to be there and
Yeah.
all. And so he would greet me and he'd say, "Okay, just hang out."
Yeah.
So I hung out in the trailer, reading what, relearning, redoing the lines and studying and thinking about it and all. And then I'd get a text saying, okay, we'll be calling you into makeup soon.
Ah,
Yeah, 30 minutes later, okay, we're almost ready for makeup.
ah,
15, 20 minutes later, knock, knock, knock. Okay, we're heading over to the makeup, hair and makeup. So then hair and makeup with Indigo and Alec, who helped, and Michelle, who did hair, who didn't have much to do with me, but they actually had to fill the top here a bit, to make me look like I had a little more hair. But
ah.
they're going to have to work a little harder this next season. But so that took some time, and then so then it was back to the trailer, and then sit in the trailer for a while, and then Albert said, "Okay," and then I get a text, "Okay, you hop into costume." So okay, so I hop into costume. I sit there and look at my lines some more.
Yeah.
So then to some however many hours later, um, okay, just about ready to fly you to set. So okay, and that's it. And then 15, half an hour later,
Yeah.
knock, 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 and then we'd go to set, and then there we were,
Yeah.
and then it started. But a lot of preparation, a lot of time to prepare.
Yeah. And your first scene, I think you said, is the car scene between you and Beth, you and
Mm-hmm.
Olivia, which is so many lines that the dialogue that you had to learn. So how did you learn that dialogue? Number one. But what was it like working with Olivia in that close of space like that? It was very an intimate moment between Fritz and Beth.
Okay, how did I learn it? Which was
Yeah.
the number one question. I learned it the way I've been learning lines since I was a little kid.
Ah,
I learn it one line at a time.
one line at a time.
One line at a time. I learn the first line, I get it down, I learn the second line, and then I say the two lines. And then I learn the third line, and I say the three lines. And then I learn the fourth. It's tedious,
Yeah.
but it works for me.
Mm,
It takes a while. And so,
yeah.
yeah, so that took a while. I mean, that was my audition piece.
Which I
That
can see
scene was
why
my
you got the
audition piece.
job.
That scene and the scene where I'm serving Wrath his meal, his first meal that I
I
prepare
love
for him,
that. Yeah.
which he can't see because there's rice flying all over the place anyway. So those are the two scenes for the audition. So I had learned it for the audition, which then when we shot it was September, almost 2.5 months later.
Oh my gosh.
And so I had to
Yes.
relearn it, of course.
Yeah.
But then it was easy because it was already in my head.
Yeah.
And then sitting in the car with Olivia doing it was easy
Mm.
because, well, not easy. We did it several times,
Oh wow.
but it was great because she was just there. She was reacting, and she was. I'm telling Beth her life story,
Yes.
which I've been waiting to do
Yeah.
for since she was a baby.
Yeah. Yes.
So so then I'm in my mind remembering all these things, envisioning all these things as they happen, making little videos in my imagination of
Yeah.
how those things happen and what the Goldriches looked like,
Yeah.
and then the lady who got pregnant, what she looked like, and
Mm.
then the mama on her deathbed, all that, and telling her all about this.
Mm. And it was such
And
yeah.
go ahead.
I was just saying the scene was so well done because we know Beth and she lives alone. She's was raised in foster homes, doesn't really have a family, and that family connection was absolutely felt. It was like instant, and it was like she didn't want to get out of the car. You didn't want to drop her off, and I could feel that, could feel that sense of family between the two of you.
Right. And then the hug,
The hug,
when just before she goes in, the hug
yeah,
was so genuine.
yeah,
She's just so genuine.
She is.
It
Yeah.
was absolutely great, and of course we got to talk a lot
Yeah.
in the car. It was cold that night too. It was cold. We were in a warm car. It was great. So,
Ah,
meanwhile, everybody outside is,
yeah.
in
It's
jackets
freezing.
yeah, right, moving the
You're
lights
like,
around and moving the camera and getting it all set up and all that.
yeah,
Meanwhile, Olivia and I are just talking and getting to know each other because we had never met
I love that.
before that. So
Yeah. I feel like everybody was cast perfectly. Everybody is their roles, and you can tell just with the chemistry on screen, and it just shines. And I love it so much. The series is so well done. And I just want to applaud everybody and just thank you for your commitment to these roles because it means so much to so many people.
I was, I mean, I had no idea what it was going to be like because,
Yeah.
you're doing your part and then, see a little bit of the rushes and all. But then when I first saw the trailer, I had not seen the episode at all. When I first saw the trailer, I went, oh, they
Yeah.
got it. The
Oh,
lighting is just the way it's supposed to be.
yeah.
It captures the vibe of the book,
Yeah.
just that first trailer, and then that first episode. We were watching it and watching it with my kids and their spouses. So that was that was interesting.
Yeah.
um,
Yes, welcome. Well, good job, everybody.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, seeing that first episode the first time, but seeing it in the theater with all the fans,
Yes.
that was exceptional. It was an exceptional moment
I
that evening
Yeah, I
at
can't
the
even I can't
premiere.
even imagine being it is really incredible to be sitting in a theater with the fans watching. I've experienced that one time and it is so overwhelming in the best way possible. So I can't imagine what it was like for you guys to sit there with all the fans and watching it for the first time. That must have been I mean, next to the ending, which was but wow, that must have been that must have been quite the sight.
Well, and they had us sitting, not all together, the cast.
Yeah.
We were positioned throughout the audience. I think now, just this thought just came to me because it made the audience, like who was sitting around you, feel like they were with the cast, right? And so you
Yeah.
had the cast all through the theater, and so
Yes.
everybody's feeling like they're with sitting with the cast,
I love
which I
that.
think was brilliant. I never even realized that until just now.
The- that's really really cool and really special. And I because we're bringing these books to life for the readers and for the fans. So to include, I love passion flicks. They just the way that they include the fans in so many things is so incredibly special. What
Right.
so when you were filming, did you know how big the fandom was, or did you figure that out at the premiere and later on when it was all coming out?
I figured it out when the trailer hit.
Mm,
And I went, and then I started reading some of the comments to the trailer,
yeah.
and I went, okay, here we go. I mean, thinking about it, how many 20 20 plus novels in the series,
Yeah.
and it's still going, and JR is still writing
Yes.
more. How big is the fandom going to be? How many readers are there? It's mind-boggling, actually.
Yeah.
Best-selling.
Yeah. Us readers are very, very passionate, and it's like the details, especially when you see the details brought to life, but we are a very passionate fan base. And when
Indeed.
that trailer dropped, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so stinking good. My gosh, like you said, they did it. We did it.
Yeah, it was exciting, and it's exciting. Um, watching the episodes. I watched the other 5 episodes with just my wife and me,
Okay, yeah.
and we've seen them a couple times, and intend to watch it again at some point. But you look at online, and these people have on their sixth and seventh and eighth
Yes.
watch of the
Yes.
whole series.
Yes. I watched episode one, I think like 6 times, 7 times.
Oh wow!
I think I have one of the episodes on right now. I think I'm on episode 5 is on right now.
Right, okay.
You just can't, we cannot get enough. It's just so addicting. The chemistry with everybody's so addicting. But because your wife was a fan, what did she think when she saw it for the first time too?
Oh, when she saw that, she was just going, "Oh, wow." She says, "I haven't read the book in a while because I had it.
Yeah.
I had it, right? I had it with me." But she was going, "Oh, this is." So honestly, she said, "This is so much better than I ever expected."
Oh, I love that.
She loves the brothers. She thinks they look great. She
Yes.
loves all the characters except Habbers and Billy Riddle, of course,
Yes, of course.
and Mr. X, who you're
And
supposed to hate, right?
yes, yes.
Well, Habbers, you're not supposed to hate Habbers. You just kind of feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
He's just in a bad place
He's in a bad
in
place.
every part of his life. He's in a bad
Yes.
place,
Yes.
and so yeah. And
I'm
Kellen is such a great guy.
yes. Yes, I agree. So when did you first meet J.R. Ward for the first time?
Well, she came to set um, some point in late October. She came to set for a couple of days
Okay.
when I was there. She may have been there other days, but
Yeah.
I wasn't there during that filming. But I
Yes.
was there, so I went through the whole, costume and makeup and all that waiting. And then, I come in and, oh, that was the night. Yeah, that was the Wrath screen night.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All of a sudden
that's
it comes back. And so, it's the house is dark. I mean, all the lights are low and it's all dark. And so, I
yeah.
walk in and Tosca comes running out and goes, "Oh, Fritz," because she called everybody by their first name, by their
Yeah.
character names, right? Fritz, come in. I need you to meet somebody. I went, "Oh, okay." So I walk in, and so there's this lady sitting, the room's dark. This is in the room where the monitors are, where
Oh,
Tosca and they're all looking at the filming, through the monitors,
yeah.
and she says, "So, Fritz," or she says, "Jr. This is Fritz. Jr. Fritz, meet your creator, J.R. Ward." And she gets up and she goes, "Oh my God, you look exactly like I imagined Fritz when I wrote him."
Oh.
And she comes over and gives me a great big hug, and then she pulls me out into the hallway where there's some light, and she goes, "Okay, we have to get a picture of him. I have to get a picture with you."
I
She says, "My assistant will take a photo." And I said, "Well, can I take a photo?" And she said, "With mine?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, oh, of course, of course." And she grabs my arm, and she's like, right there, and she's going, "Oh, I can't. This is so great." And so then, the photos are taken and all, and she looks at me and says, "Permission to post?" And I said, "Well, of course." And then I said, "Permission to post?" And she says, "Oh, of course." So that was it. And then it was, I have to go do my thing. And so that was kind of it and then, that same night I got to meet the Passionistas
oh,
who were
cool.
there, who were also there up in an upstairs room with a monitor watching it
Oh,
to the
that's so
very end. I mean,
cool.
they stayed up all night watching the film.
Heck yes. I love when they get to come to set. That's like another goal of mine is to get to one of the sets because I have to experience this live. But I also believe that J.R. Ward was there for the famous dinner scene. So we got to talk about the dinner scene because
Oh,
what a scene
oh
that
the
was.
the the dinner scene with Rath and Beth.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Um, I don't know. She may have been there.
I
I was in the kitchen. Literally, I was in the kitchen.
I was in the kitchen. So that was obviously a very long shoot day. You've got Raph
Yes.
and Beth in the zone. I mean, that is a long conversation. But what I wanted to ask you, because you saw them as Robert and Olivia, but what was it like for you to watch them as Wrath and Beth?
Oh, it was great.
Mm,
Because, I mean, we didn't see any of the spicy stuff, right? That was just, but I could see their chemistry
yeah.
building throughout. When we're offset and we're hanging out in a green room where when there was a green room, in some of the big houses where we were doing filming, in Peachtree City and Palmetto and all, you could just see their chemistry building, and
Mm,
they're working together to build chemistry and friendship between each other, so that when they were on screen, it was magic.
mm. They are so, I call them intoxicating on screen. They are just, I don't know how they did it, but perfect casting and intoxicating. But I love that you were a part of this very intense, long dinner scene. Here comes, you're like the comedic relief in and out. And I'm like, wait a second. Did anybody, that food looked delicious. Did anybody get to eat that food? Number one.
Did anybody get no?
Ah,
I don't know. Maybe maybe the props guys ate it
you
later, but I
didn't
don't
sneak
know.
a
But I
bite.
don't.
You didn't
But
sneak a
no,
bite.
no, no, it all gets it. No, I mean, Raph took one bite, I think, of
Yes.
the meat, and Beth took one spoonful of the soup. But that scene was not about dinner.
Yeah.
The scene was about the two of them having this really difficult time,
Yes.
and just
Mm.
button heads. And Fritz's character, I couldn't hear it when I was off stage. Like I was getting cued. Okay, go. Right. But they were. Fritz knows. Fritz can hear. Fritz knows what's going on, and he's moving it along, because it's not going great. He's moving along. It's okay. Let's go to the next course. Let's go to the next course. Maybe if we get through the dinner, maybe they can have a chance to fix this.
There are
So
so
that was
many.
my because there was a lot of talk online about how fast that went and how nobody got
Yes.
to eat. And first of all, it's TV dinner.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
dinner on TV.
Yeah.
Nobody, you never see anybody eat more than one bite. They're all
Yeah.
talking, and the camera's on the people who are not eating
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Except for that,
Now,
yeah, like you said, that one moment when Raph does eat, because that's one of my favorite moments of the entire series, when Beth realizes that Raph is blind and
yeah,
he's trying to fork the meat, and
yeah.
I love that scene. What did you think about having a blind vampire king? Did you expect that?
Well, I had read the book,
Yes.
and did the audition. And so
Yep.
it explains
Okay.
in the script itself, said, he's feeling around for the food because he can't see it.
Yeah.
And Fritz doesn't actually realize it until, like, total how bad his vision actually is, until he sees that he can't eat it. You notice in
Mm.
the first scene with him, when he materializes,
Yeah.
Fritz turns the lights down.
Yes. Yes.
So that was a nice little detail, I thought, that the folks put in, that the production put
Yes.
in. Um,
Yes.
and so he knows that Raph is, can't see well, but I don't think he knows how bad his vision is until that scene where the fork's just kind of pushing the rice around, and he has to pick up the chicken to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
so, and Fritz is going, I'll next time I'll do better. I'll do better. I'll make sure the meat is cut, and all that. And then and then he kind of goes over the line a little bit with trying to be, psychiatrist, and Wrath. So when Wrath says that line to him, that you'll keep your things to yourself,
Yes.
there's an actual physical thing that he does, which it's like a punch in the gut
Mm.
to Fritz.
Yeah.
Which then in the scene where Fritz is doing the dishes and Wrath brings his food back,
Yes.
that's why there's that tension
Yes.
from Fritz. Like, okay, am I done? Am I out of here? I've been serving this family for centuries.
Yes.
Uh, and then Wrath says, "This is your home."
Mm-hmm.
And the line that Fritz says, "This is your home too, master,"
Yeah.
is and it's there they are.
Mm.
So now they're good.
That's one of my favorite things though, is that push and pull between Fritz and Wrath, because Wrath comes off so gruff and so rough and "Arr!" And then he comes back and he's like, okay, thank you. Or yes, that would be great. Because there's a scene where you come in, I think you are going to order him more leathers or do his
Right.
laundry or
And
something. He's like,
yeah, yeah,
no. Oh, okay, you can do that.
right. Yeah.
I love
Oh,
that.
thanks. You're reminding me of all those good scenes, fun scenes that I had with him. Yeah.
There was quite a few. So there's a few questions.
Hmm.
Um, Solace Musings would like to know, did you channel any Alfred from Batman for the role of Fritz, or were you just strictly going off the book?
No, going off the
Mm,
book, and people that I knew, family members like my grandpa, which I had mentioned in the podcast that I did
yeah,
for Passion Flex, who were from the old country, really from the old country, and didn't
yeah.
hardly speak English. My grandpa never spoke a word of English in his life.
Mm,
I mean,
wow.
he knew how to go to the store and kind of get through that, but
Yeah.
they spoke Polish and Ukrainian at home,
Mm,
which is what I grew up speaking,
mm,
and English, of course.
yeah.
But channeling all, and so I had old country heritage and visions, and that my grandma on my dad's side was from the Ukraine. I still have family over there, so that whole thing is a thing. But just all these people and hearing them talk, and seeing how they were, and talking about how they were when my grandma was an actual serf in
Mm,
the Russian feudal system, working in the fields till
wow.
they ran away
Wow.
before Trotsky and all that started to happen, and they all got scared and they emigrated
Yeah.
to Canada.
Wow.
So all of that helps me find Fritz and be Fritz.
Did that also help you find Fritz's accent? There was a question about Fritz's accent earlier, because I believe in your audition I think you did it with a German accent, or you did it with a different
Yeah.
accent, and Tosca thought that was your actual accent or something. And then how did you come about with your accent for Fritz?
Okay. So yes, I mean Fritz Perlmutter. Sounds German to me. And
Yeah.
so I did a very light German accent for him, not going over the top in the audition. And then I got an email from my agent saying, they want you to come back, which is great,
Yeah.
but they want to know if you can do a British accent. And I said, sure. So we did a little bit of a British accent.
I
Not
love.
much. Not even that much. It's not even that much.
You
It's
can't
Fritz.
really
I
tell.
I
Yeah.
I can't do it right now. I have to be in the scene and be Fritz to do what I just a little bit. So just a little bit of English. Not much.
Yeah.
Just a
I
little
love
bit of British.
That is what was it like working with Tosca and having Tosca as the director and the leader of all of this?
Well, she's terrific.
Mm,
She's probably one of the most creative people I've ever met.
mm,
Um, just coming up with just and strong and strict, but never mean about it. Strict. Um, we were not allowed to change one word from the book,
yeah,
from the novel itself. And the
yeah.
script was all the lines were in that the character said were in from the book, and we were not allowed to change one word. Shelby, who was the continuity girl, the
Yeah.
continuity, and she was great, by the way. We'd do a scene, and she'd come over and she'd say, "Gentle suggestion," and she'd show me her iPad with the actual lines, and I thought, "Oh, I did it," And so, yeah, it was.
That's I love that. There was another question that came in. Was this your first time acting in a paranormal or fantasy show slash film?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
did you think
uh,
about being in the vampire world?
it was great. It was great. I mean, they were. I mean, if I'm in character,
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about being in the vampire world
Yeah.
because I've been there all my life.
Mm,
And all these guys are hundreds of years old already,
yes. Yes, they are.
right?
What?
So, I mean, as a
Right.
dog, and I don't get to live as long as they do,
Yeah.
which is why I look
Darn.
older.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So, I never really thought about it. It just was real.
Mm,
It's Fritz's world. He
yeah.
lives in that world. He also gets to go out in the daytime into the real world and buy groceries and things because he
Yeah.
can, because
Yeah.
he's not vampire. It's a dog is a whole other race, subspecies kind of thing, and so created by the scribe virgin to serve the to serve the hierarchy.
It's so cool. The world that J.R. Ward made, because every single vampire story, movie is all different. There's all different set of rules. There's all different set of things. One sparkling, one can disappear, like all the vampires, all the brothers can
Right.
just completely disappear. That's what is just so unique and cool about this world that J.R. Ward has created. What was it like for you to work with all of the brothers when everybody was in the scene with you?
I felt very small because they're all over 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
and I'm used to be 5'9". I'm now 5'7" and something because I've been shrinking, which is what happens when you reach a certain age.
Oh
Things
man.
start to settle. Yeah, you have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it, and yet they were all as respectful,
Mm,
and there was no ego going on at all on set,
I love that.
ever.
Yeah.
Ever among anybody, among the actors, production, director, Tosca, who's, I mean, everybody had a respect for her. So there's
Yeah.
that. She's a little bit, actually a
Higher.
lot,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Right.
Yeah.
But still, it was all family. And everybody was focused on doing this right
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
doing it absolutely the best and following the story, following the script, following direction, following JR's vision.
Yeah. That's so good. Who was your favorite brother? Who was the favorite?
I'm not saying anything about
Okay.
that. I love them all. They were all great. They were all I had a relationship with every one of them, and a relationship with all of them. This now, you talk about the dinner scene with all the brothers and Beth and Raph.
Yes.
If you think the scene with Beth with Just Beth and Wrath dinner scene took a long time. That took from started at 6 o'clock, didn't finish till 5:30, and then Tosca said, "We have to let you go.
Oh,
We can't keep you here any longer."
oh no.
It was because all that food
All the
had to
food.
go in and out, and everything had to be exactly the right. And I had to bring the food back out for the next take, and all the carrots had to be in the right place, and all the meat had to be in the right place, and I had to put the plate down in exactly the same spot, et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera. And and then having to move around, and they all have to take the same chop off of the plate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so and everybody had to get coverage. Every person had to get coverage. So how many people were there sitting around the table?
A lot.
Yeah. So coverage on each one of them, and
Yeah.
several takes of the scene for each camera angle and coverage on each of those characters.
That's so
And
interesting.
Fritz coming in with, after a while, the props guys would not give me the plate again because my wrists are getting, because those were heavy, heavy, heavy plates
Mm.
with a lot of food on them. The plates were
Yeah.
real. Those are real steel. It felt like steel
So felt
plates.
like it, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. And
Wow.
so, yeah, it was that was a long night, and yet everybody had the best attitude throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that's and you had the best line the entire show, the entire series when you came out with a plate full of peaches.
Yeah, that took a lot of takes too because everybody kept breaking up.
Peaches, anyone? Was that no, reading the book? I know you couldn't
Mhm.
have watched obviously their scene together where they talk about peaches, but did you
Right.
know the significance of that? And was that hard for you to relate to say that line?
No, because it's Fritz.
You're so sweet.
Peaches, anyone?
Peaches, my favorite. It's the best. That oh my gosh. This has just been so wonderful speaking with you. I'm so excited for season 2. I know the fans are dying for it. We're all so excited about it. What are you looking forward to for coming back for season 2?
Um, oh, I can't wait to watch Alex do his thing.
Yes.
And can't wait to see who will be Mary and John Matthew. And because
Yes.
I'm reading the second book now.
Are you?
I'm reading the second book now, getting going towards this, towards fall, which is actually not that far away now.
Yeah.
Like where August is just around the corner. But
Yeah.
and so I'm going, okay, this is the vibe of the book is totally different. So it's this is going to be exciting. It's going to be very different.
Mm,
And so, yeah, but really, I can't wait to see um, Alex
oh,
actually get to be
yes.
Rage in all these different um,
Scenes.
iterations.
Yeah. Yeah. And Alex is perfect. We love Alex. He is hilarious as Hollywood. I can't wait for that. But so one last question for you. I do want to go
Mhm.
through one more
Okay, sure.
in here, but for me, what was your favorite thing about playing Fritz?
Working.
Working great.
Honest answer.
I love it.
I'm
That's a
I'm doing I'm doing what I love to do, playing a character that I have no problem relating to, um, being on set with all these wonderful people, and again, it was the best group of people I ever worked with.
mm,
And I've been doing this since I was 5.
yeah.
not just film, but acting.
Yeah.
Being an actor, and so that's it.
I,
And I'm working, and and we're all working together, and then watching the episodes, we get to watch each other's work
yes.
and learn
Yes.
from each other that way, and learn from each
Yeah.
other on set, and watch how everybody else works, how different people prepare, how they, all that.
I love that. I love that so much. And there was one last question. Um, let's see what it was. What did you think of the set design in the house, and does that help you get into character?
Yes,
Yeah.
the set design was. I thought the set design was wonderful. Every room. I mean, some of the rooms, of course, there's nothing in them, right? Because the
Yeah.
houses were empty. They would find a big empty house, and then they move all the furniture in, right, into the rooms that they needed to move them into.
Yeah.
But it was great because the feel, there was a feeling of opulence,
Mm,
and that there was a lot of the, old money,
mm.
and the moving wall with the big painting on it
Yes.
was so
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Um, and working in that with people in costume, in it, I think all overall, the whole production, from my point of view, not just because I'm in it,
Yeah. Yeah.
was striking.
Mm. Yeah, it's the details. I'm still going back to what you said about when Wrath was screaming and the walls are literally shaking and all of that is happening. That blows my mind. And that's just goes down to the details. It's all about the details, which is what us passionistas, what us readers absolutely love. And we love you. We love you as our Fritz. We're so grateful for you. And I'm grateful that you said yes to this live. And I appreciate you taking the time and being here with me today. It's been an honor.
Well, thank you so much. You are so easy to talk to. Never met before. I feel like you've been my friend all my life.
Oh, I appreciate. Well, we know each other through the series. I appreciate I appreciate that so much. Thanks again. Good luck with season 2. Cannot wait for it, and have fun on your cruise.
Thanks, Steph. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And if you haven't listened to Jean's podcast on Passion Pod, go listen now because it's a really great listen as well. So thank you guys so much. Happy Friday, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Jean. Thank you.